So on Friday, the 21st of November this year, DG Music is proud to be promoting a jazz concert in association with the Goldmark Gallery in Uppingham, featuring US multi-instrumentalist and jazz legend Bennie Maupin. We're very pleased as well that Bennie has kindly agreed to have a quick chat with us today ahead of his trip to Rutland in November. So hi, Bennie.
Hi, how you doing, David?
I'm very well, thanks, and thank you again for agreeing to have a chat with us today. You have an enviable list of jazz musicians you've worked with during your career. So for the benefit of those that perhaps need a reminder, would you be kind enough to give us a rundown of some of those names?
Oh, certainly. I've been able to, travel to the UK first with the great Horace Silver, and then came back again later with Herbie Hancock. Did many recordings, of course, with Miles Davis, Bitches Brew being one of the first, and Freddie Hubbard. Also the great Lee Morgan, Woody Shaw, and a host of other people, Roy Haynes, very instrumental in my career. And so, Jack DeJohnette. Wow. So, the list sort of goes on and on.
Yes, it's certainly one heck of a CV, Bennie. An important album for me in my CD collection, and I think for many of my musician friends, is Herbie Hancock's Headhunters, which of course you played on. Tell me, when you were recording that album, were you aware of the effect that the album was going to have, or that it would be such a pivotal record, or was it just another session for you? Basically,
it was another session. We had no idea exactly what was going to happen, because I don't think you can have that idea. But, as it turned out, people really responded to it quite well.
Absolutely. And moving on to your work with Miles Davis, I mean, that must have been an incredible experience.
Very, very fine experience for me to be able to record with Miles after so many years of admiring his work and finally getting to meet him, and for him to welcome me into the studio. That was a big shift in my own self-confidence in my work, and I'm very happy that I had that experience.
Sorry, did you mind me asking how that came about then? Did he just see you play somewhere?
Miles actually heard me in performance with McCoy Tyner. During those years, I lived in New York City, and Miles came to hear it several times, and I was playing a bass clarinet. And aside from that, Jack DeJohnette was also playing in Miles's band. And he was talking to Miles about the possibility of hiring me, because Wayne Shorter was performing with Miles at that time, but he was also preparing to begin association with the great Joe Zawinul and the band Weather Report.
Of course, yeah.
So Jack was my champion.
That's cool. I mean, how did you find Miles to work with? Because I've heard varying reports of what Miles could be like as a character.
All those things are just rumors. And, he was the easiest person to get along with. He had a great sense of humor, and his focus was totally on the music, and he was just an incredible leader. He knew who to choose and what combinations to put them in, and his history bears that out because of all the musicians who actually had an association with him. Many of them have passed on now, but the recordings that they left behind are legendary.
Yeah, sure. I totally agree with what you're saying there. And for you, I mean, what's important for you? What are the things you're pushing now? Do you have an album out, or what are you doing with your band?
Well, I have a band, and the musicians, I have a domestic band, I call it. It's called the Bennie Maupin Ensemble. And that's a group of musicians who live here in the United States. So we do whatever we can. We just finished a documentary in Brazil last year at the 8th annual Manaus Jazz Festival. And that's something that I've been working on. In addition to that, I have another band that I use when I come to Europe, and they live in Poland. So this will be my first time actually with my quartet of musicians who are all from the UK. So I'm really trying to diversify the musicians that I work with. And in addition to that, one of my real focuses right now is working with young people. Because here in the States, we have very few music programs in the public school system anymore. So whenever I have an opportunity to meet young guys, I always take time to share whatever I can with them.
And at the gig on the 21st of November, you'll be sharing the stage with some wonderful British musicians, including Carl Orr on guitar, Larry Bartley on bass, and Rod Youngs on drums. So you looking forward to that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're excellent players, and I'm so excited that I'll actually get to come to the UK and present my own music with musicians of my own choosing. So this should really be a landmark event for myself and hopefully for those people who are able to attend.
Absolutely, and I really do hope we get a full house. I'm sure we will. So just to recap, everybody, it's on Friday the 21st of November at the Goldmark Gallery. The concert starts at 8 o'clock. Tickets are £25 and available from the Goldmark Gallery on 01572 821 424 or online at www.goldmarkart.com. And I certainly look forward to seeing you there myself, Benny, along with everyone else. And thank you very much for chatting to us today.
Thanks, David. Looking forward to seeing you as well.